Hi there and welcome to Dragon Age Origins. I am Byron. And yes, I have had this game in my collection for quite some time. I bought the Ultimate Edition in 2011. Actually let it, I bought it, so to say, on the island because it's always good to avoid a German translation. They are generally, very often, quite bad. So yeah, I played like, I don't know, 47 hours. Last time I played it was the 7th of April 2011. You Americans really have a strange way of writing down a date. I mean, in Europe, in Germany, you do it like this. You write the day, the month, and then the year. Like for instance, now we have the 17th of August 2014, and so you would write 17.8.2014. That kind of makes sense because, well, it's like ordered in increasing like size, if you could say it like that. I mean, the day is smaller than a month, and the month is smaller than a year. But I guess in America you write the month first and then the day and then the year, so that doesn't really make much sense because the month is larger than the day. And even if you say like you say it's like August the 17th of 2014, that's like the short version of the 17th of August 2014. So normally you would say it this way too, so I don't know. I mean, you could, whatever floats your boat, do whatever you think is best, but it confuses the rest of the world. But then again, on everyday life, I don't have to deal with that shit. Anyway, so, well, what I did do is I booted up the game yesterday, and because I thought, well, maybe there's a patch, something, because, well, 3 years have passed now. Well, why did I get bored with the game? Maybe I should tell you that, because, well, mainly because combat was always the same. In every combat I would do the same moves and it would always work, and there was really not much variety in there. And I guess that made me lose interest after a while, but I still liked the story and I wanted to play it. But I think maybe if I LP it, well, because if you LP a game you have a higher motivation to pull it through. So then I will actually finish the game. So I looked for a patch. There actually was a patch, and when I bought the game in 2011 it was already out for like 2 years, but most of the bonus content of the Ultimate Edition didn't work because you had to register online. But the new 1.05 patch actually got rid of that. Now all of that stuff is activated. Of course, Awakening was activated too. But all the other stuff I didn't get to experience when I played the game in 2011, so that will be new to me. And well, I played like I said, 47 hours, and I was nowhere near the end. So you can do the maths yourself. This will be quite a long LP. Got a few achievements here. Oh, nothing too fancy. Okay, so I don't know, maybe 150 hours, maybe more, I don't know, it will be long, it will be really long. Let's start a new game. Okay, so what do we do here? When I reach the end of Dragon Age Origins, do I get automatically transferred into Dragon Age Awakening, or do I have to start this one up separately and then transfer the character? I guess we will find out. So we start with this one because this is the extension, so I guess that one takes place afterwards. I never played Awakening, just played Origins. And so is the golden city blackened with each step you take in my hall. Marvel at perfection, for it is fleeting. You have brought sin to heaven and doom upon all the world. Canticle of Threnodies, 8:13.
The Chantry teaches us that it is the hubris of men which brought the Darkspawn into our world. The mages had sought to usurp heaven, but instead they destroyed it.
How do you destroy heaven?
They were cast out, twisted and cursed by their own corruption. They returned as monsters, the first of the Darkspawn. They became a blight upon the lands, unstoppable and relentless.
Cutting off the head usually helps.
The dwarven kingdoms were the first to fall, and from the deep roads, the Darkspawn drove at us again and again, until finally we neared annihilation.
We have a cave troll. Actually, there are several.
Until the Grey Wardens came. Men and women from every race, warriors and mages, barbarians and kings. The Grey Wardens sacrificed everything to stem the tide of darkness, and prevailed. It has been 4 centuries since that victory, and we have kept our vigil. We have watched and waited for the Darkspawn to return. But those who once called us heroes have forgotten. We are few now, and our warnings have been ignored for too long.
Down the cliff.
It may even be too late. For I have seen with my own eyes what lies on the horizon. Maker, help us all.
Okay, the background you select will determine which of 6 distinct opening stories you play through. It also affects how characters respond to you throughout the game. Okay, let's play a girl. So we could play as a human. The most numerous yet most divided of all the races. Only 4 times have they ever united under a single cause, the last being centuries ago. Religion and enchantry play a large part in human society. It distinguishes them culturally from elves and dwarves more than anything else. Humans can be warriors, rogues or mages, and you get a +1 to strength, dexterity, magic and cunning. Or you could be an elf. Once enslaved by humans, most elves have all but lost their culture, scourging an impoverished life in the slums of human cities. Only the nomadic Dalish tribes still cling to their traditions, living by the bow and the rule of their old gods as they roam the ancient forests, welcome nowhere else. Elves can be warriors, rogues or mages, and they get +2 to willpower and +2 to magic. Or you could be a dwarf. Rigidly bound by caste and tradition, the dwarves have been waging a losing war for generations, trying to protect the last stronghold of their once vast underground empire from the Darkspawn. Dwarves are very tough and have high resistance to all forms of magic, thus preventing them from becoming mages. And you get a +1 to strength and dexterity and a +2 to constitution and a 10% chance to resist hostile magic. I wanna play as an elf. You could be a warrior. Warriors are powerful fighters focusing on melee and ranged weapons to deal with their foes. They can withstand and deliver a great deal of punishment and have a strong understanding of tactics and strategy. Specializations for a warrior include Berserker, Templar, Champion and Reaver. And you get +4 to Strength, +4 to 3 to Dexterity and +3 to Constitution. Or you could play as a mage. Oh, and you have background. You could be a Dalish elf. Proud of your role as one of the few true elves, you have always assumed you would spend your life with your tribe until a chance encounter with a relic of your people's past threatens to tear you away from everything you have ever known. Or you could be a city elf. You have always lived under the heavy thumb of your human overlords, but when a local lord claiming his privilege with the bride shatters your wedding day, the simmering racial tensions explode in a rain of vengeance. That looks like a cool background too. Or you could be a mage. Wielding a power as dangerous as it is potent, you know that magic is a curse for those lacking the will to control it. You anxiously await a harrowing, the one chance to prove yourself against the demons lurking without and within. Succeed or be slaughtered by the knights who warred against your kin. Or your kind. And last but not least, we have the rogue. Rogues are skilled adventurers who come from all walks of life. All rogues possess some skill in picking locks and spotting traps, making them valuable assets to any party. Technically, they are not ideal frontline fighters, but if rogues can circle around behind the target, they can backstab to devastating effects. Rogue specializations are Ranger, Bard, Duelist and Assassin. You get a +4 to Dexterity and Cunning and a +2 to Willpower. I like to play as a mage because it goes nice with the bonus that I get as an elf. So apparently I have to choose this background, and as a mage I can't be a city elf or a Dalish elf.
Greetings.
Oh well. Good God. What do you have? A bald one. What if I gave you hair? First of all, we need another hair color. This looks a little unkept. Well, I want to see her ears because, well, she is an elf. You should be able to see her ears. I think that's not too bad, actually. Yeah, we take that. I mean, as you can see, there is a lot of things you can do here, and truth be told, that's too much options for my taste. I would love to have a randomize button that you can click and until you get something that you like. But you can disfigure your character quite heavily if you play with those things. So let's not do this. I think this is decent-ish. And you can change the portrait too, but the portrait is fine.
I have lost the spell. I must try another tactic.
Excuse me.
How do you do?
Oh, good God, what are you doing with your mouth?
Oops, where's my head?
Greetings.
Well, that didn't work. My weapon isn't working!
Greetings.
Blast it, I have lost the spell.
Charmed.
Oh, good God, what are you doing with your mouth?
It didn't work. Greetings.
Oh no, I think we take this one.
Well, that didn't work. Well, this is odd, my weapon is useless.
This is extremely odd. Okay, so you can only change the first name, not the family name. But that shouldn't be a problem. Did you see that? The firewall was actually acting up. So, what did I want to do with you? I had a name. What was it? Oh shit, it's actually... I wanted to name her April Flowers. That doesn't work. Because it doesn't fit in there. I guess we go with April then. Wait, what happened to the A? You can't get a space in there too. So that's... I mean, the game will get rid of the family name. So, yeah. It's gonna be April then. That's... well, kinda unfortunate. Okay, we get to spend a few attribute points. Of course, we have the usual. We have strength. Strength measures a character's physical prowess and directly affects the damage a character deals in physical combat. It also contributes to the accuracy of melee weapons. High strength is essential for warriors, in particular if they wish to wield two-handed weapons, and it is nearly as critical for rogues. We probably don't need it as a mage. We have dexterity, the measure of agility, reflexes and balance. Higher dexterity improves the character's chance to hit, makes the character more likely to dodge incoming blows, and contributes to the damage dealt by piercing weapons like daggers and arrows. Archery and dual weapon fighting styles demand high dexterity to master, making this attribute a favorite for rogues. Of course, we have willpower. It represents a character's determination and mental fortitude. With high willpower, mages can cast more spells thanks to a deeper mana pool. For warriors and rogues, willpower grants more stamina for combat techniques and special attacks, so everybody actually needs willpower. Magic is the measure of a character's natural affinity for the arcane. This attribute is crucial for mages since it directly increases a character's spell power score, which determines the potency of all spells. The magic attribute also determines how effective potions, poultices and salves are for all classes. Cunning determines how well a character learns and reasons. Most skills such as herbalism and combat tactics require a quick mind to master, and an observant eye can more easily find weaknesses in enemy armor. Rogues benefit most from this statistic, as many of their class abilities and special attacks rely on subtlety or reading the target, not raw strength. And finally, Constitution represents health and resilience. Higher Constitution directly increases the amount of damage a character can take before falling on the battlefield. So I'm gonna increase magic and willpower, and I'm gonna put one into cunning and one into Constitution. Cunning, you will see why cunning is nice to have. So we have one skill point to spend. And for instance, we have here coercion. The character is influential enough to convince others to change their views. Strength contributes to a more intimidating character, whereas cunning contributes to a more persuasive character. I want that to, influence others in dialogue. So I will need a cunning of 16 eventually to get that to maximum. Although, well, as a mage, cunning really isn't your thing. But anyway. So, what else do we have? Combat training. The character has completed basic combat training. Warriors and rogues gain access to first tier weapon talents. Mages can take more damage from an attack before it interrupts their spellcasting. This is probably nice to have too. I will take that and herbalism. Probably that. And if I run out of quick slot thingies, quick slot bar slots, how do you say that? Quick bar slots? I don't know. Just the slots you have on the bottom of the screen. I will take one of those to get additional combat tactic slots. But right now I'm taking coercion. And we have 2 spells. Okay, we already have an arcane bolt here. And the primal is like the damage dealing stuff. It sort of is associated with the elements. We have fire, we have earth, we have water or ice, and we have lightning. And this is healing, the whole creation thingy. I want to heal, of course. This requires 18 of magic and 23. Okay, I will increase magic too, and we have some spirit thingies here. And some chaos magic. Wonder Maximoff would really love that. I need some damage, so I will go for that. But it does damage and it freezes the target, and they move slower then. And I will probably also get lightning eventually, and those will be the damage thingies I use a lot, I guess. We shall see. Yeah, normal would be good.
On a cliff overlooking the dark waters of Lake Calenhad stands the tower fortress that is home to the Circle of Magi. This tower is the only place in Ferelden where mages may study their art among others of their kind. Within the high stone walls, the Circle practices its magic and trains apprentices in the proper use of their powers. But the Circle Tower is as much a prison as a refuge. The ever-vigilant Templars of the Chantry watch over all mages, constantly alert for any sign of corruption. This gilded cage is the only world you know. Found to be sensitive to magic at a young age, you were torn from your family and grafted here as an apprentice. Now, that apprenticeship is nearly over. All that remains is the final test, the harrowing.
Magic exists to serve man, and never to rule over him. Thus spoke the prophet Andraste as she cast down the Tevinter Imperium, ruled by mages who had brought the world to the edge of ruin. Your magic is a gift, but it's also a curse. For demons of the Dream Realm, the Fade, are drawn to you, and seek to use you as a gateway into this world.
This is why the harrowing exists. The ritual sends you into the Fade, and there you will face a demon, armed with only your will.
What happens if I cannot defeat the demon?
It will turn you into an abomination, and the Templars will be forced to slay you. This is Lyrium, the very essence of magic, and your gateway into the Fade.
The harrowing is a secret out of necessity, child. Every mage must go through this trial by fire. As we succeeded, so shall you. Keep your wits about you, and remember the Fade is a realm of dreams. The spirits may rule it, but your own will is real.
The apprentice must go through this test alone, First Enchanter. You are ready.
Don't touch it. She touches it. Okay, a new quest. Credits. We get credits. Nice. Okay, let's take a look around. You face your harrowing, the rite of passage that marks your transition from apprentice to mage. You have been thrown into the Fade to fend off the demons that see you as a gateway into the world. Prove that these demons have no hold over you and that you are fit to wear the mantle of the Circle of Mage. And we have Journey to Sulcher's Pass, where a troubled merchant awaits with a deal that may just be too good to be true. Premium content. So, we have a journal, I get that. What else? But this is all the downloadable content. I guess that has been activated since it was on the disk anyway. Okay, what is that? Oh, I don't have BioWare points. I don't want them. So, what else? Magic and religion. Religion. The harrowing. Among apprentices of the circle, nothing is regarded with more fear than the harrowing. Little is known about this rite of passage, and that alone would be cause for dread. But it is well understood that only those apprentices who pass the trial are ever seen again. They return as full members of the circle of magi. Of those who fail, nothing is known. Perhaps they are sent away in disgrace. Perhaps they are killed on the spot. I heard one patiently ridiculous rumor among the circle at Rivain, which claimed that failed apprentices were transformed into pigs, fattened up and served at dinner to the senior enchanters. But I could not find evidence that the Rivaini circulate any particular quantity of pork. From In Pursuit of Knowledge, the Travels of a Chantry Scholar by Brother Genny TV. Okay, what else do we have here? Characters. Okay, we have met the Knight Commander Gregor, and we have met the first Enchanter Irving. And we have some credits. Great. I know how to control the game, I guess. Good. Anyway. I got items. Oh, the Blood Dragon Plate. Okay, nothing for me apparently, since it requires 83 in strength. Yeah, I have an inventory, I realized that. And actually I use a different set of keys to move around. Thank you. Where? Combat? Yeah, I think I know how to deal with that. Where is it? Oh, there. We have a Wisp Wraith here. How about we freeze it? Oh, you're dead. Oh, are you dead? Yes, you're dead. Lightning Strike. Your lightning against my frost. Oh, that actually hurts, but only a little. And you regenerate health and mana after the combat. There's the next one. As long as I can one-shot you, everything is fine.
Someone else thrown to the wolves, as fresh and unprepared as ever. It isn't right that they do this, the Templars. Not to you, me, anyone.
Let's be Captain Obvious. You are talking red.
You think you're really here? In that body? You look like that because you think you do. It's always the same. But it's not your fault. You're in the same boat I was, aren't you? Allow me to welcome you to the Fade. You can call me, well, Mouse.
Not your real name, I take it.
No. I don't remember anything from before. The Templars kill you if you take too long, you see. They figure you failed, and they don't want something getting out. That's what they did to me, I think. I have no body to reclaim, and you don't have much time before you end up the same.
What am I supposed to do?
There's something here, contained, just for an apprentice like you. You have to face the creature, a demon, and resist it. If you can. That's your way out. Or your opponents, if the Templars wouldn't kill you. A test for you. A tease for the creatures of the Fade.
Why pit me against such a creature?
A question for those in the tower. Maybe you'll be lucky enough to ask. Maybe someday, so will I. There are others here. Other spirits. They will tell you more. Maybe help. If you can believe anything you see. I'll follow, if that's all right. My chance was long ago. But you may have a way out. It is dangerous to be out in the open like this. Not that hiding helps much in the Fade.
How have you survived here so long?
I missed my chance. So I became small. Unnoticeable. I hide from the bigger things. Learn from the smaller things.
There are places you can hide where the shadows go on forever. You stay there long enough, and the shadows begin to creep inside of you. I don't know how long it's been. Forever, maybe.
The Templar simply killed you?
That is what happens to the physical bodies of apprentices who fail. They'd kill every mage if they could. All the Templars see in magic is danger. And they don't just use the harrowing. If you learn a little too much, they'll label you a blood mage and kill you on sight. True mages like you know that the power you hold is a gateway to greater things. A potential they can never hope to contain.
Isn't there also the option of the Right of Tranquility?
Be turned into an emotionless freak? That is what it is, you know? To never dream, never feel. Even demons abhor them. I suppose that is the trade-off. They can't be possessed, as if that is worse than losing yourself. You don't want to lose yourself here. Being nothing would be easier than this.
That's horrible.
Yes, horrible. You'll find out for yourself soon enough. Maybe you'll say the same thing to yourself one day. Dangerous spirit is not far. Don't go near it unless you're ready to fight.
Okay, so we will fight it probably, but in the next video. So thanks for watching and see you soon. Bye.